to episode 3 of Hollywood Swingin.
Hammers.
She's Crocs.
And he's Socks.
We're excited. We've had a big day. It is the first full work day. It's been a doozy. If you can't tell, let's see, it is 9:35 as we hit record on this. It feels like it's already 9:35 a.m. tomorrow, and we haven't slept at all. I think it's the humidity.
Yes.
How did you, like, for real, when did it hit you today? Because it hit me pretty quick.
It hit me quick, and then it was right after lunch. We sat down, we had our lunch, we cooled off, and we stood up to get back at it, and I was like, whew, this is no joke. This heat is the real deal. So my day was spent playing Sight Mom and making sure people are hydrated, making sure people are going to the porta potty, which is not a fun thing, but we need to drink enough water that we have to go in there.
Yeah.
And then sunscreen.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, the sunscreen.
Yeah, it zapped everybody. We're outside most of the time.
Yeah.
And I remember Joe Giniak says it best. He always learns something new, and his goal is to turn around and pass that knowledge on to somebody else who didn't know it. And that was kind of in the back of my head all day today. We did a lot of steps, and I realized we have a pretty green group of youth that have done little to no actual building of things. So again, we're all on steps, we're hanging gutters, and so yeah, that's literally it. We're building steps and hanging gutters. So you say, okay, if this stringer connects to that piece, use the decking screw and you'll be great.
Say, what's a stringer?
Yeah, point to the stringer.
Start what you do, then you start at the beginning.
Right, you're like,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a wonderful reset, and we'll talk about it a little bit later with one of our youth today when we have youth in the booth, but it's a wonderful reset to remember we always have something we can do for somebody else.
The coolest thing I saw today is Britt, our site leader, and everybody loves Britt. He took one youth and showed her how to use the circular saw, and then he said, and did all the rules and the safety stuff and everything, and then he said, okay, now you're going to teach another youth.
Yeah.
And then that youth learned, and he said, okay, now you're going to teach. And it was really cool.
Yeah.
I really like that.
I'll tell you, when you get out of Britt's way, you can do some amazing things too.
He said, he looked at me after that, and I said, that was impressive. And he said, I still got it in me. And I said, yeah, you do. So the other thing I wanted to talk about, because I don't want to forget, we circled up this morning before we left. You know, we wrapped the cars last night. We got ready to go. Everything was packed. We circled up this morning at 7:30. And
bright and early.
Katie did a devotional, and she did a breath prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, you breathe in, abide with me, you breathe out. And then she spoke a little bit about what the word abide means as a verb. And she said a lot of things, but the thing that stuck with me was being in the moment. Yeah. And I feel like there were several times today that I just had to circle back to being in the moment. Yeah,
it's really easy to get lost in the hard stuff.
Yes.
I don't remember if we talked about this already, or yesterday or not already. If you try to do life easy, life gets really hard. Yeah. But if you get good at doing hard things, tackling hard things, then they become less difficult, and life gets a little bit easier. And so it's like that whole abide concept came up real quick. Oh. When it was 96 degrees, and I felt like I was sweating as fast as I could consume.
1,000% humidity.
Yeah. Well, speaking of potentially dangerous moments in the hot, hot sun, I think it's time for the Medical Minute. And we're back with Dr. Z. Oh, gosh.
What?
Well, welcome to the Medical Minute. Take it away, Doc. What's the deal?
How many Band-Aids?
Well, we're up to 12 Band-Aids.
12 Band-Aids.
12 Band-Aided. It's been a rough start to the week already, and
there was a fall in the cafeteria.
There was a fall in the cafeteria, but the other thing, there was dust, and it was like, it was flying all around because there's dust on every site, and it got in my eye, and my hand. I think
we're talking about you.
Okay, the blisters.
Yeah.
We're not talking about.
No, we're just like, how are you? How are they holding up?
The youth, they are doing great.
Okay, that's what we want to hear.
Yeah.
The youth are doing great. Let me say, I think that I've diagnosed I think we have a pandemic going on.
A pandemic?
At night, I've diagnosed a pandemic of sleep apnea.
Oh,
yes.
got
It's
it.
not in the youth
Yes.
section.
No.
It's
It
probably
is-
under the visiting team
It
basketball.
Yes.
is. It exactly. I
The-
think
The lumberjack
I think the
section.
lumberjack
Yes.
section. I wish it was a roofing crew.
Yeah.
Because
Not
we
to be
certainly-
insulting, but I do not have a medical degree, and I could have diagnosed that
Oh,
easily.
very
It is-
true. Very true.
I had to
They-
upgrade my earphones this year, or
Yeah.
earplugs this year.
Yeah, I think so. It was like a double, triple earplug.
So,
So-
with that being put out there, as that's the pandemic, everybody's next question is naturally, is there a cure?
Go see your local physician
Mm-hmm.
and
Doctor said.
get diagnosed with sleep apnea. And we will have lots of headsets
Uh-huh.
and CPAP machines.
Like Bane from Batman?
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. That there will be a lot of those.
So
we will
next
need
year,
extra
maybe-
plugs.
Yeah.
We will need extra plugs and cords and things to
Lots
run
of
all
power
those issues.
strips.
Power strips.
All right.
So maybe next year
Exactly.
it'll just be a nice hum.
Yeah.
Like
It will. It will drown out.
Do they all project at the same pitch, or do we have to like tune them?
They will be different. They will have different settings.
Okay.
Most likely.
So maybe we could sleep in harmony.
Yes, we
All right.
could. We could.
I love it. Well, Doc, as always, thanks for checking in. Hey,
Well,
get that looked at.
Yeah.
I hope that nothing else happens
Yeah,
this week.
same.
It's been really rough start.
Yeah, we can
So,
tell.
but hopefully.
We hope
Take
to
care of
see you
yourself.
tomorrow.
All right. Exactly. Bye.
Ladies and gentlemen, do not adjust your screens. You are not, in fact, looking at Brad Pitt. This is Brad Britt with Britt's tip. What you got for us, my friend?
Today's tip is always be willing to adjust the project halfway through. You can never stop anything to wait for parts, to wait for more materials. Adapt the project and be ready to adapt the project on the fly.
100%. I feel like these job sites today, the analogy was, if you turn a Rubik's Cube once, you can always go back to where it was.
Mhm.
So you pull that first board out of the wall, and you're like, okay, this is not what I expected. So you pull one more thing, that's turning the cube again. You pull another thing, well, before you know it, you can't get that cube back together. So I love the idea of adapt in order to overcome.
Well, we started on our site instead of saying surprises because you don't know what you're going to find when you take the
Yeah.
boards off. There
Yeah.
could be a surprise. We thought that we would like a more positive spin on that, so we started calling them opportunities. Wonder what opportunities we may find behind this board.
What wonderful gift is behind this rotted drywall.
Right.
I love it.
Yeah, it's great.
Britt, as always, thank you. We'll see
Thank
you
you.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
We'll be here.
Yes. Hello there. Here we are. Corey,
Sorry.
leave her alone. With our youth in the booth today, this is our good friend Alyssa. Say hi
Hi.
to all of our viewers.
Hello.
We have a few questions for you today. First of all, this is an easy one. How many times have you been on this trip?
This is my second time going on the trip.
Okay, so your second year.
Mhm.
Got it.
We have a pattern going. So we had a first timer who has never been. We had somebody who's been 1 year, and this is your second year.
So you're like a veteran.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Why did you come back for your second year?
This is honestly my favorite week of the whole year. Like,
Why?
I
I'm not
feel
gonna let
like
you get away with that.
sorry, like a phone cleanse for one. Like I love honestly not having my phone. I
Mhm.
just think it's so calming. Also, too, the people here. Like I'm always so happy. Like for the newcomers, I'm always so happy to get to know them. Always so happy to have new people on my site too. And it's fun too to get the same people, but also to expand like relationships. It's fun to get other people, and just in general, like the whole atmosphere is always like embracing with love. Like you can feel God's presence going down on us. So
Awesome.
I have to say, you are one of the most friendly people and welcoming. I just see the way you connect with the new people on the trip, and it's really sweet. I see a lot in you, and I really appreciate that.
You haven't seen her behind the scenes. There's a lot of yelling. No, Alyssa's awesome. Alyssa, this is a deeper question, but we'll take you out with this one. What's one thing, because I love your answer a moment ago, what's one thing you wish you could take from Hollywood and bring home back to Greensboro?
oh, just
Only one.
just the no laziness, like the hard work. Like you can do this anywhere, and you can do it for anything. And I feel like some people don't think about that enough, and some people are so caught up in their own self that they don't even think about the world. And so many people are going through stuff like this, and we can always help in some kind of way. And I just hope more people soon to realize that you can do this anytime.
We've said it all week. If we get out of their way, amazing things could happen.
That's right.
So, well said.
That's right. Thank you so much.
Thanks for being our
No
youth in the
problem.
booth.
Of course.
Get some sleep. Welcome back. It's I don't know whose favorite part this is. You always throw shade at me, but
I do.
I speak the truth when we talk about Can't Stand the Heat. It's our daily menu check-in. Andy, take
Yes.
it away.
Well, we had the addition of breakfast burritos,
We did.
which was a huge hit. We
Yes.
had
Which one did you have?
Kennedy, my daughter, and I split the cheese and spinach.
Yes. Well, then we don't have notes to compare. I had the exact same thing, but it was phenomenal.
It was really nice. It was a really nice add-on to our breakfast. It gave us all some protein, a little more get up and go for our hot day.
Yeah, it was awesome. With hot sauce, which I was a huge fan of.
Where was the hot sauce?
At the end of the buffet line.
I
Was that you?
don't think that was me.
How
I
much
saw,
hot sauce did you have?
I saw the black beans on your plate tonight at dinner. Definitely was not me.
Hush.
Yeah, no. So lunch was the best part of the day is
Yeah.
when lunch is delivered to the site.
So we choose in advance,
Yep.
right? So it's a big choice the night before as to what you are receiving on the site that next day. So what did you order?
Oh, I always get the special one.
Yeah.
So
See, once again.
egg salad.
Yeah. Did
is
you have two or one?
two?
Yes.
I never eat two sandwiches
Yeah.
ever in my life.
When was the last time, not counting a mission trip, that you had egg salad on white bread?
Oh,
Like when you were 8?
yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember either. I usually
No.
do egg salad on rye when I'm feeling like
Right.
super fancy.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
when that egg salad rolls up, A, it's delicious. B, you got to eat it fast because it's 95 degrees,
And
96 degrees, and you have eggs in your hands
And mayonnaise.
and mayonnaise.
It's just a
and-
little, it's enough risk that it makes it a
It feels
lot of fun.
dangerous.
It does. It feels the specialty.
I don't think
I mean,
I've
the tuna
ever
salad
prayed
and
so
chicken salad.
hard than when the egg salad or the pimento cheese or the chicken salad.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Please do not make this. I mean, this is a mission trip. We should be
Yeah.
praying.
If my mom is listening, which I hope, because
I think
she's
she's one of our
she's our
10th.
10th fan, she's probably saying at home, well, why don't you just use Miracle Whip? And it's because it's not
Oh,
mayonnaise.
Yeah, sorry,
So.
I love you, Miss Helen, but I can't do that.
Dinner was good. No complaints about dinner.
Dinner was great.
Chicken skewers, black beans, as you
Yep.
mentioned,
Yep.
nice steamed rice.
Dessert.
And listen, shout out to the kitchen crew because the oven went down today. So the range went down. So they couldn't boil water. Therefore, they figured out a way to cook rice in the oven, in the range.
Yep.
Check that. In the oven, because
Yeah,
the range
I
was
gonna
down.
say, that's-
On the fly. And that if I didn't know that fact, I would not have been able to taste that rice and say something's wrong with this rice. It was perfect.
You said something nice.
I know. See, I told
He
you.
said something nice. Our kitchen, what they call them tonight, kitchen queens.
Kitchen
the kitchen
queens.
queens are they're they're an amazing team.
Yeah.
We're
see,
lucky to have them.
Sometimes
I don't care what you say.
I can say nice things.
Sometimes you can.
Well, listen, it's only day 3. We've got a fresh, full-length day tomorrow again of work.
3.
Ideally, I will be off my site with the full team I'm on.
And
I
on
mean,
my site,
I think we're headed to your site
we have
first.
2 sets of stairs.
We are the step crew.
Yes.
Which means we might unveil tomorrow, as early as tomorrow afternoon, our brand new step routine, which is a dance that our own Kira choreographed for us. And Kira's not even on our site. She stepped up and put something together. So until then, she's Crocs.
He sucks.
We'll see you tomorrow in Hollywood Swingin'.
Hammers.
Hammers.